Hello, everyone. Good evening. Hello, good evening. Yeah, as you can see that where I am is a bit dark. Yeah, because it's evening. How are you guys doing today? I'm in Nigeria, just Plateau State. Um, I posted something today on our Facebook Facebook group on our Facebook group and the Facebook group, and the group is Bag Makers World. If you're not on that group, you're missing a lot. There, I used to drop, some insights about bag making, and there are a lot of we have about 24,000 bag makers there. So I implore you to join the group, okay? And also, there's another Facebook page. Okay, there's our Facebook page, Bag Makers World. And also, if you're yet to follow me on Facebook, Tarron Innovative World, he have not, uh, please do so. Please follow me on my Facebook page, on our business page, Tarron Innovative World. Please, there I usually run adverts. I usually post my work there on Tarron Innovative World page. Okay, I have a page there on Facebook, Tarron Innovative World. Please follow the page. I have about more than 12,000 subscribers there. So if everybody can follow me on the Facebook page, I think it will be very nice. It will be very good for me, right? So please join my Facebook page. Follow me on my Facebook page, Taron, on our business page, Taron Innovative World. Okay, then for you to join our group, our where you meet other bag makers, um, bag makers world is what you join, group or page. Okay. So today, good evening, John Sherry. Thank you. Hi. Thank you for joining. Thank you so much for joining. Okay. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, based on your location. So now, like this evening, I want to talk about something very important that I felt I should talk about, because you see, most people these days just do follow, like, okay, this person is doing bag, me too, let me join. And my friend is into bag making, into bead making, let me join. And my sister is into cake, let me join. Okay, let me talk about cake. There was a time, okay, when I served. I'm going to talk about how many people come to like bombard a business to the extent of trying to crash down the value of the business. So I remember when I went for service in the year, my youth service corps, in the year 2013, 2014. Okay, that time, I was into all this liquid soap. So I learned how to make liquid soap, the toll, how to make izal, all these home use items. You get. When I served there, in I serve in the north. I'm also in the north here, but I served in another northern state. So during my service here, I, of course, okay, you're welcome, Olatokunbo Yusuf. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much. So let me just give you a brief highlight of what happened when I was serving. During my service here, like I said, I learned a lot of things. I was interested in a lot of things. So I learned how to make all this liquid soap, Izal, Dettol, aftershave, and lots more like that. So during that time, I made a lot of, God helped me during my service here. I was up and doing, and even where I was staying, okay, where I was living, people were patronizing me. I was telling people, oh, do you know I'm into this? And most of my colleagues, my fellow corps members, saw what I was doing. So I started getting customers. I was also baking cake, because I started baking cake before I left for service. Okay, but I perfected it during my service here. That was when I started getting a lot of customers. So, and I was opportune, because you have a lot of opportunity during service here, and because you are with your fellow corps members, they can also be your customers. You understand? So I would bake. The day I do produce my Izal. I will produce. In fact, in the house we were staying, because we were all core members, NCCF. Okay, so NCCF is a Christian body. Is a Christian body. So we're there, we're all there. Okay, so I was supplying NCCF, Nigerian Christian Corpus Fellowship. I was the one supplying them the tour. So you see that in the house I was staying, I still got a customer. So I was majorly supplying my house where I was living. So, and then I started getting customers from outside, you understand. So I was doing liquid soap. Anytime I'm done with my production and I get cake jobs, I do it. I do it in the family house there. When some people were there, oh, okay, some were relaxing. During my own service day, it wasn't a relaxation time. It was a time to gather, because I knew where I was coming from. I already had targets. My number one target before I left for service was laptop. I don't have laptop. Throughout my university days, I didn't have a laptop. I had to borrow. In fact, I wrote a book during my undergraduate time. When I was in the university, I wrote a book with the help of borrowed laptop. I borrowed laptop up and with from a friend, a sister that really helped me with her laptop. Please like this video, like it please, by clicking the thumbs up there, you see. So um I borrowed a laptop. I borrowed it throughout my, when I was an undergraduate, when I was in university. I borrowed laptop to write my first book, and the title is Incubators. Is on Amazon. If you would like to read my book, you can go on Amazon to buy it. So thank you so much for liking the video, the live. So what am I trying to say? I'm talking about how people try to bombard a business to crash it. Okay, so now, like, I'm talking about home use items like liquid soap, this, that. So I was doing all those things, you understand, and I was making it. In fact, I so much loved. I served in Kaduna. I'm proud to say that I served in Kaduna, and I wanted to even stay over there. I wanted to stay there because I was enjoying my stay there. I loved the place with the whole of my heart. Okay, so, but as God will have it, I couldn't stay. So I left there. I left there. Okay, because I got job in Jos, because I left from Jos, so I had to come back to Jos. So I was doing my liquid soap business, I was doing my cake business. It wasn't that it was not bombarded like it was, like I had, like it was bombarded here when I got to Jos. What do I mean by that? In Kaduna there, I was getting order. I will get order of cake from my fellow corps members. I will get order of soap, order of liquid Izal and things, like that. But when I got to Jos, I realized that, okay, during that time people started learning liquid soap, and before you know it, the whole in fact, if you ask this one, if you tell this one that, come and patronize me please, I'm making this one, this person, I'm selling liquid soap or I'm selling Izal, they will say, oh, me too, I can produce it, you understand. It became so popular that to get a customer was a problem. So I started, looking for another means of how to navigate, how to find my way. So I started praying and God helped me. And that was how God introduced me to, I started bead making too. Okay, so now let me start with liquid soap. I said everybody became a liquid soap maker, a exam maker, all this chemical production, everybody became a chemical producer, to the extent that who will buy from who. So I had to move from that one. Then cake. Cake, that one too, the whole Plateau state, everybody, if you ask this one, they will tell you I can bake. If you ask this one, I can bake. This one will, even young children, little children will tell you they can bake. So who will now patronize you? You understand, to the extent that they killed cake business that year. That was 2014. So they killed that business. But thank God, today like this, cake is now for survivor, is now for people that are really called to become bakers. Thank God that when the price of things went up, everybody, all those people that say they can bake, they can do this, they can do that. And funny enough, do you know those people that will tell you that they can bake tell them to bake and ice and decorate, you see the rubbish. Most people that will tell you that I can bake, I can do this, the only thing they can do is mix flour, mix sugar and butter and then add flour and those things. That's what they can do, and they will tell you that they are bakers. You understand? So just to kill the business. But today the story has changed, because if you want to bake cake, I remember 2014, with 1000 you can bake a big cake and you even ice it. You understand? So because it was cheap, so everybody ran into the business, and that was how that one too went. You understand? But though my cake, I'm still doing my cake and I charge very well. I'm a professional bag maker, I'm a professional baker, because if you taste my cake, see even if we go for, I remember there was a time that someone ordered cakes from three of us in our in a place of worship. Do you know that my own stood out? People were just like, I don't know how they even got to know that this one is my own. But imagine people that have been doing it, you see, they once people bite it, they will say, who did this one? I wasn't there, but people came to give me reports of how people were just loving my cake, loving my cake. So you understand? So today like this, if you want to bake cake, smallest cake, you can get it for maybe 15,000. In fact, I can't bake cake less than 15,000. I can't less than because before you calculate this, calculate that, all those people, all of them, they don't pack their kaya, they have run, they cannot do it again. So now this brings me to bag making. You see, a lot of people will tell you that I can make bag, I can do this, I can do that. But the truth is, when it comes to pricing, that's where most people fall. Most people fall. You see that a lot of people tell you that they are bag makers, they are this, they are that, but then they only, is because they can sew cloth. Oh, that you can sew cloth does not make you a bag maker, my sister, my brother. If you want to become a professional bag maker, you will need to get somebody to train you, to put you through. Yes, even though there are a lot of available resources, free resources, even on my channel, and other people too, they do it for free. But the truth is, if you want to get the most out of this business, you need somebody that will teach you the business part, somebody that will put you through calculation. You see some people, they can sew the bag, but if you tell them, okay, I need 50, they don't know how many yards that will sew 50, and so on and so forth. So now you see a lot of people now, the next thing that is on everybody's face now, or on everybody's mind, is bag making now, and people are trying to crash it. Imagine the time it takes for you to make a school bag. You will now finish making a school bag. I remember somebody posted on this our bag making group, and she was like, I want to say school bag and lunch bag, 6,000. Imagine how much is a yard of material before you buy all the things, the what do you do, the warmer, before you buy everything, and before you ring all those things that you use. And look at the time, look at the hours it will take you to sew a school bag. You will now come and be selling it anyhow. Do you know this is why a lot of people do not even value what we are doing? It is high time we started putting, value on what we are doing. Don't join a business for you to come and crash it and kill it. That shouldn't be the sole aim of you trying to say that you want to start a business. So today on Bag Makers World, I posted something. Let me read it here. I said, I want to ask all bag makers this serious question that has been baffling me. What is your motive for joining bag business? Is it for you just to get feeding money, or to become successful and wealthy just as other people in other fields are successful and wealthy? So it's a question. Or are you just here to make customers look down on the work we put on to make these bags, or on the work we put in to make these bags rather? Look at in fashion, yes, there are a lot of thousands of people that are trying to spoil the business, but the truth is there are people that are still standing tall, like Sheyi Vodi, someone that was just discovered of recent, that came online he has been in existence, but he's making his money, so he didn't need to come and showcase himself or to come and prove himself online. But it was during his birthday that everybody got to know about that man. He's a very successful, wealthy fashion designer. Look at Vicky James. So why not, when you want to join the business, you should also have the mindset that I want to make it to the top. I want to become, I want to stand out, instead of trying to come and bring down other people's businesses. So please, as a bag maker, if you want to choose bag making as a profession, I will advise you, come with the right mindset, come with the right motive, and also get somebody to put you through. Like my students, I organize an online class. Once you pay once, once you pay once, you can always have access to me. Even if you ask questions, even on on the platform, I've already there are videos that answers most of 90% of the questions that you ask about bag making as a beginner. Like, how many bags do I need, how many yards of material do I need to make 100 bags, how many yards do I need for 50, and so on. I've given a formula, and it's working for a lot of my students that have paid. Once you pay once, that's all you have access. Even if you have questions that have not been answered, you come to me and chat with me. You understand? And I respond to my students. Once they ask me, I respond. So that is it. I just pray God will help us. I pray God will help us. So that's what I want to discuss about this evening. So if you have any question, you can drop it. So that's what I just want to ask. So for you to become a successful bag maker, have it at the back of your mind that you are going to make it. Because the truth is, time is going. Time is going. You cannot, what you have power to do when you are 30, you won't be able to do it when you are 50. That's just the truth. You won't be able. That's okay. So online course, how much? It's 15,000 naira only. 15,000, and it's a one-time payment. And there we, in fact, there are more than 50 more than 50 tutorials that are not on YouTube that you get there, and you still have free access to me. You ask question, madam, this one, that one, can you help me with this? And I answer you promptly. Instead of you see, instead of some people that will come and be pretending to be biased. When you have a coach, when you pay somebody, you have shown you've shown your allegiance to that person, that the person will also be there. The person will also be committed, will also be committed to teach you, instead of you to want to get everything for free. The truth is, you can't get everything for free in this life. If you want to really make the most of whatever you are doing, does it give you access to all types of bag making? Yes, there are lunch bags, school bags, souvenir bags, and all that, tote bags, offering envelopes. In fact, I will tell you how. In fact, in the video, you know how many envelopes you get in a yard. And if you want to make like 100, 200, 500, it's there. I answer all the yes. Yeah, it will give you access to all types of bags. Yeah. So if you want, okay, how is payment made? Payment is made by me. I'm going to give you the account details. Okay, once you chat me up on WhatsApp, my WhatsApp number is 080 365 88365. If you are outside Nigeria, +234 80 365 88365. Okay, maybe I'll drop my number in the description box maybe after this video, but you can get the number 080 365 88365. 080 365 Okay, so is there issuing of certificate? No, I don't issue certificate. That one is after your training. You can come for your you can ask for certificate maybe later, but it's not something that the 15,000 naira does not include certificate. It does not include, because if you come for my physical training, I charge from 70,000 upward, at times 100. So from 70,000 naira upward. So imagine me charging you 15,000. It's because I know you buy data. You understand? So we also consider our online students. So we know that you buy data. Okay, good evening, Cindy Stitches. Welcome to this live stream. Thank you so much for joining. So there's a lot of money in every business, especially bag making, but you have to come with the right motive. Your motive should be success, wealth, that you want to make a difference, and that other people are making it, you too you will make it. All right, so people, if you want to support this life, you can see naira somewhere, dollar, you can support with $1, 1,000 naira, 500 naira, and so on and so forth. Thank you so much. Okay, so certificate issuing is how much? No, that one is um certificate is not very, is not the most important for now. You can have certificates and you don't know the work, so knowing the work is much more, is the number one priority. Because you don't pay everything at once, so learn the work first. And when I'm satisfied that you know it and you are satisfied within yourself, then we can talk about the certificate, you understand. So for now I won't talk about certificate payment or what have you. So join the class first, learn it, become a pro there, know how to do it very well, then we can discuss certificate will not be a problem. That one will not be a problem. What I want you to do is know the work, know the work. Any other question? So if you're ready to pay for the class, you can just chat me up on WhatsApp 080 365 88365. Okay, so that is it. And if you're outside Nigeria, add +234 to the number. So thank you so much to everyone that joined this live. Thank you. Oh, okay. So in the post I posted today, I said, have you really sat down to calculate the time it takes to make one bag? Have you really sat down to calculate the creativity you had to put in to bring out a beautiful and neat bag? Have you really sat down to calculate the cost of material of a bag before giving your customers that ridiculous price that even you will find it difficult to have profit at the end? You see some people, I remember somebody, she's not a bag maker, she did not learn under anybody. This is why we are here, so that to make life easy for you, even if you have not gone for, like, even though you have learnt it online for free, you still need somebody like us that will put you through the the business proper, like how to charge in order to make profit and what have you. So this lady, she said she's a tailor. Okay, maybe probably she learned on my channel or other people's channel, you understand. Then she said she collected, because she, first of all, she came as though she's a buyer, that as if she want to buy back from me, because that's what most people that did not learn from under anybody, that's what they do most times. They will now pretend as if they want to buy from me. Is when I tell them the price, that's when they will now say they will say, I'll get back to you, you understand. So this lady, I told her the price. After I told her the price, and that's the price, she screamed, she said, ma, it's too expensive. I said, why do you say it's too expensive? She now says by mistake, she said she collected 60,000 for 200 bags. I screamed, 200 bags, you collected 60,000. And now say, you see, you are not a bag maker, you are a tailor. You now think because you can use the idea of tailoring to come into bag making. No, it doesn't work that way. If you pay only 15,000 naira now, do you know how much you gain from 50,000 when you know the business proper? One contract you can gain 50k on one contract, and imagine you paying just 15,000 naira. So she now says she charged 60,000 for 200 bags. I was angry. I didn't even talk to her again. I said, well, sort yourself out. Imagine 60, even if what type of, no matter how tiny the purse is, can you really, how much material will you buy for 60 for 200 bags? And this one is not even, if you see the kind of bag, she said she collected 60,000 for 200. And this is what people like. They will look for people that they know that they are amateur, so that they can give them rubbish money. But when they know that you know what you're doing, you know the business, they will not come and price you anyhow. This is why I always advise people, go for training, go for people that are ready to help you. There are people that will not even tell you how to. Most bosses, sincerely, they will not teach you pricing. They will only teach you making. But here am I. If I can teach people for free on YouTube and I do it with the whole of my mind, how much more when you pay and you support my channel, you support my business, you support my brand, you definitely get something. So people, please, I think I need to rest here. So thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much. God bless you. Bye. Please share this. If you find this video interesting, please, you can help me share it to your platforms. Thank you so much. Bye for now.